We've just performed the final maneuver. And you are go to activate Toro. Copy that. We will be activating Toro.
And you just heard some conversation between flight controllers on the ground and the cosmonauts on a board station.
Copy. Excellent. After that, please proceed with page 21, step 4.2. Copy that in work.
They are currently activating and testing the Toru
Also,
system.
Just reminding you that we are broadcasting. Copy. And please report what you're doing. All right, so I press the transmit button.
You are currently seeing live views of the Progress 86 spacecraft from the space station cameras as it continues to close in on station where it'll be docking. In just about 34 minutes from now to the Poisk module.
Till hard stop. The road test. I see all 4 LEDs on, and I've tested the rotational control button, no problems, and I'm testing the translation control button, turning it left and run, handle and turn it left and right, to myself, against myself, and there are no problems with it. And I'm also testing, doing the next test. The test has been performed and no problems identified. Excellent. Please proceed with step 4.3. Copy. Step 4.3. So I'm turning on the BPS is initial, then operation. Turning it on and turning on the Peresvetka, which is EGC mode. Moscow Station. So please I'll adjust it to the most comfortable view to yourself, and then you can leave it as is. I'm leaving it as is, and I'm turning it off. Thank you. Copy that, and I've recorded the information. I'm going to page 22. The range is 961, and the rate is 2.71. Copy that. Thank you. Excellent. So let us wait for the Beginning of fly around. At around 10:49. Copy. Copy that. 10:49.
Oleg Kononenko and Nikolai Chub of Roscosmos currently aboard the International Space Station just conducted a successful test of the Toru system, which is the telerobotic operated rendezvous unit from which they are monitoring today's docking operations. The Toru is basically a joystick, and in the unlikely event of a failure with the automated radar-based core system, they can override it and manually fly Progress in for docking using the camera view from Progress. The Impulse 5 burn for Progress was just successfully completed, and this is another short burst to further fine-tune the spacecraft's path to station. There are 6 total impulse burns, so we have 1 remaining. Progress is now less than 1,000 meters away from the station and closing in at a rate of 2.5 meters per second. It's about 4 minutes away from conducting its 127-degree fly around, which will help the spacecraft self-align with the docking port on the Poisk module. And we have confirmation that the 6th and final impulse burn was just completed to further fine-tune Progress's path to the space station for today's docking, which is scheduled to occur in just under 30 minutes from now. In just under 3 minutes. The fly around of Progress is scheduled. During this fly around, the Progress spacecraft will self-align with the docking port on the Poisk module of the International Space Station and conduct a 127-degree fly around. Once aligned, the Progress vehicle will briefly go into station keeping. This will allow flight controllers at the Russian Mission Control Center outside of Moscow to analyze the alignment between the forward docking probe on Progress and the docking port on the space station's Poisk module. Progress is closing in on Space Station for today's docking and is just under 450 meters away, closing in at a rate of 1.5 meters per second. The fly around is scheduled for about 1.5 minutes from now, and docking continues to be on time for 28 minutes from now.
Moscow Station, do you see the fly around? Yes, copy that. We are seeing the beginning of fly around. Everything is great.
The Progress vehicle has begun its fly around of station. Again, this is a 127-degree fly around that will allow the spacecraft to self-align with the docking port on the Poisk module for today's docking operations. Once aligned, the Progress vehicle will briefly go into station keeping. This will allow the flight controllers at the Russian Mission Control in Koryov just outside of Moscow to analyze the alignment between the forward docking probe on the Progress 86 vehicle and the docking port on the space station's Poisk module. Once the proper alignment is confirmed, they'll reinitiate the docking sequence. You are currently seeing live views of the Progress spacecraft from the International Space Station's cameras as the International Space Station is currently flying over Algeria. The Progress 86 spacecraft is now less than 250 meters